Hi everyone, I am back. It is Dorian and it is so good to be with you guys again. I'm just fixing my camera here for a second because it's like a little too low. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna give it some time to let some people come in. Some more people. I was gonna wear this jacket, but I'm getting really hot actually because I have like 3 lights on me and I also have my heater is like right there. So it's been about a month, I think, since I've been here. Thank you for loving the hair. Yes, this is a new one that I made literally yesterday because I dyed it last weekend or the weekend before, and I didn't like the way it came out, so I redid it. So this is the new one. Okay, so last time we chatted, it was like right before Christmas, and now we have a lot that's going on. So I'm gonna wait a little bit longer for more people to come in, but we're gonna have a pretty action-packed live event today. So hopefully you guys are having a pretty good new year wherever you are. And for me, it's been pretty good so far. We've had a lot of interesting things happening in the last couple of weeks. So thank you. And I think it's going to be pretty interesting to see what's going on for us as the year progresses, especially as we are focusing more on building out our retailer relationships. So it'll be fun to see where you guys begin to find us over the next couple of months as we continue. So I think I'm just gonna wait maybe one more minute before I start digging in more. But the main thing for today is that we turned 5 this month. So January is when we started back in 2017. And so now we are in our 5th year. And it's been pretty amazing and interesting just starting a company and then relaunching brands in the middle of a pandemic. Thank you. Yeah, so we're really, really excited. So today we are talking about a couple of different things. One, we have 3 new products that just launched on our website. So if you've been following us on Instagram or TikTok, then you know that we basically completed our New York Lashes collection. So that is now complete. And then we also have our new color Queensbridge, which you guys helped me to name last month that just came out. So it's pretty exciting. And then we also are focusing on what's called the Universal. So the Universals are 7 shades that are going to look great on anybody's skin tone from our New York Powders collection. So thank you, Greta. Good to see you. So let me get started just first by showing you our new lashes that we have. So if you know anything about the New York Powders collection, or the New York collection, basically it is a collection of color cosmetics plus complimentary lashes. And the lashes are, so the city is New York, obviously. The colors are named after different districts across the 5 boroughs, and each individual lash is named after one of the 5 boroughs. So we now have a complete set of boroughs of the 5 boroughs. So already on our site, we had the Bronx, Manhattan, and Queens. So I'll just go ahead and show these to you guys in case you didn't get a chance to see. And currently we are doing a live sale today. So if you like anything that you see that I'm talking about today, with the exception of Queensbridge, Queensbridge is not part of our live sale today. Yeah, Bronx is a favorite. Bronx is my favorite, but I'm actually wearing Staten Island today. And I didn't put them on properly because one lash is like looking way shorter than the other. But Staten Island is definitely giving Bronx a run for its money. So the Bronx is here, and I'll take that out for you guys so you can kind of see. So this is the Bronx. It's a pretty bold lash. I love it. It's definitely one of my go-tos. It's a bigger fan, but it's not heavy, and that's the main thing about all of our lashes. We are a Leaping Bunny certified company, and so to take it the extra step, we made sure that all of our lashes are vegan friendly. All of our products are vegan friendly. So we really do try to make sure that whether you are vegan and you're just concerned about animal rights, we really do make sure that we're giving you something that you can feel confident when you're using it. So then we have Manhattan, and the Bronx and Manhattan were the first 2 lashes that we brought out for the New York collection. And here it is up close so you can see. So Manhattan is definitely more of a more low-key lash, I would say. It's definitely something where you're like, I want to wear a lash every day, but I don't want something that looks like I'm wearing crazy lashes. Then you're gonna love Manhattan. And then we brought out Queens, which if you guys followed some of my other live events, you saw that we did a head-to-head of Queens versus the Bronx, and Queens definitely was a bigger lash than the Bronx. So this is Queens here. I'll take that out so you can see it. So it's a big fan. It's really pretty. But the main thing, like all of our lashes, no matter how big and fluffy they are glasses friendly. Because I wear glasses normally when I'm not doing a live event. And I know how much it's annoying when you have glasses on with lashes and they're pressing up against the lens. It's really annoying. So now, time to show you guys our new lashes. So we rounded it out. If you don't know what all the 5 boroughs are, the other 2 missing boroughs were Brooklyn and Staten Island. So I'll start with Brooklyn since I'm not wearing it. So this is Brooklyn. And I'll take that out for you guys. So you can see it's definitely bigger than the Manhattan, but it's not as big as Queens, Staten Island, and the Bronx. And the funny thing is, and I guess I did kind of end up planning it this way anyway. Why is this not closing? Okay. I guess I gotta figure that out. This is, oh, that's why it's not completely down. Okay, so the funny thing is, if you're from New York or the metro area, which I currently live in New Jersey, like across the river, I can see World Trade Center from my house. But if you live in this region, you kind of know, like, some of these lashes make sense the way they look for their borough. So like the Bronx, Queens, and Staten Island tend to be like the really big personality boroughs, or people who are from there. Like I lived in the Bronx for 10 years. Thank you for loving me. These are actually called from a brand called Hoop Mob, 2 B's, and they're amazing. Like these, I've had them for over a year. They haven't turned on me. I have really sensitive skin, so I'm very careful about like jewelry that I buy. And these people, they're super affordable. Like once you go on their site, you're just gonna want to get more than one pair of I think these were like $20. It's ridiculous. And they've been lasting me since last year because my mother-in-law got these for me for Christmas last year, plus like 2 or 3 other pairs of lashes, not lashes, of earrings. And I love them. They're big, but they're not heavy. So it's really big, really good. So anyway, yeah, if you are aware with the boroughs, you know that like certain boroughs have a personality and what they're known for. And so the bigger lashes make sense for me calling them the Bronx or Queens or Staten Island. So Staten Island, like I said, this is what I'm wearing today. So as you can see, it is a bigger lash, and it has lots of fan. So I'm going to show you in the box. So here it is here. And then I'm going to take it out for you. There it is. So you can see it is a really, really big lash. But again, super lightweight, really easy to wear, and it passes the glasses test. So I'm going to apologize. My glasses are super dusty, but I'm going to just show you really quickly what they look like on with glasses. So, and again, like I have plenty of space for these lashes. So you could see that they're not pressing up. I'm not trying to like fix my glasses to make it work for me. It's a really, really comfortable lash. So I'm really excited that we have now expanded the New York Lashes collection, and we now have all 5 available for you guys to try out. Today, everything is 20% off. So all of these lashes would normally retail for $18, and I believe with 20% off, it comes out to being like about like 15 something basically. So they're pretty good. So up next, let's talk about the universals. So the universals are colors that we've already had in our collection, but they are not only our best sellers, but they're the best sellers from the New York powders, where it doesn't matter whether you're light-skinned, fair-skinned, darker skinned, no matter what your skin tone is, they're really, really beautiful on you. And they're the ones that literally every time you have an order, whether it's a wholesale order, whether it's a consumer order, somebody is buying one of these shades. So we realized, like, okay, if people keep buying these ones, yes, they're best sellers, but what is it about them that makes them so amazing? And the reality is just that they're very, very flattering shades. And the funny thing is, like Astoria, which is one of the Queen's shades, which looks white in the jar, which I'll show you because I have them over here. So it looks white in the jar, and it can be off-putting if you're not sure what to do with it, but it actually applies iridescent. And it's definitely one of the ones, it's an iridescent green, excuse me. It's one of the ones where literally every time we get an order from somebody, especially like on the wholesale side, which is for retailers, they're buying Astoria. So we're very, very happy to see that. So I'm going to start sampling with you guys some of the things you can do with this, and apologies for the noise. I have this brand, like I'm still an influencer even though I own a makeup brand. I had this brand that sent me stuff, like sent me all these brushes like months ago. I've never had time to use them just because I honestly, these days, between the pandemic and just being super busy with work, I'm very rarely honestly like just playing with makeup as much as I would like to. So I'm going to try to open this stuff up if I can without breaking nails. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to need this one yet. Okay, so one of the things we often hear people say about just the fact that our New York powders are loose shimmer powders is that they don't really know what to do with it. It can be intimidating if you're not like really into makeup. So we always say, or I always say, start with like as an under eye. Do something simple. Don't feel like you have to jump into like, oh, thank you. Thank you. These are Hoop Mob. So don't feel like you have to jump in on the deep end, so to speak, and have to do cut creases or have to do, oh, that's nice. How nice. It comes out like that. And just in case anybody's curious, these are Luxie rose gold collection brushes. I'll just show you because they sent me 3. They sent me, I don't know what this is. So this one, the first one I took out was a duo end blush brush, which is this, just so people could see. Then I just unpackaged their smoky eye set, which is that. And then I'm about to unpackage their face complexion set, which is here. So I will let you know what I think. These are cruelty-free, so they're synthetic because they have the PETA logo on it, although we do Leaping Bunny. And no shade to the people who care about PETA, whatever, but Leaping Bunny is better. And I'll tell you why. So Leaping Bunny, so there are 3 main cruelty-free organizations that certify makeup brands and other kinds of companies. And of the 3, Leaping Bunny, which is actually cruelty-free international if you go abroad, is the largest, is the best one. And apologies, my dog is barking. Jimmy! Sorry. So he's harmless old Yorkie. He's going to be 14 in March, and he's like old. He can't do anything to anybody, but he gets so territorial if like a dog, he sees a dog walking by getting walked. So that's that. So anyway, the Leaping Bunny. So the big thing about them is that typically with the other 2 cruelty-free certification organizations, PETA and the other, thank you. One of the things, like they just basically, it's kind of on the honor system. So you sign up and you say, hey, I promise to not do XYZ. I promise not to use animal products in my formulations, etc. And that's really it. Whereas, from Newfoundland, we get a lot of Canadian people. I love it. So we're actually doing more and more in the Canadian market, and I'm really excited about that. So with the other organizations, they basically, it's an honor system, and there's no real follow-up that happens in terms of whether or not somebody is actually using animal products or testing on animals. Whereas with Leaping Bunny, which specifically covers North America, but is connected with Cruelty-Free International, we not only have to commit to not do that, we also have to be open to being audited. We have to keep recertifying every year. Like I just did my recertification. And so at any time we could get audited if we're running around testing on animals, using animal products or animal ingredients in our products. So it really does create a higher level of checks and balances, and not only us but like our vendors too. So like when I source new products and I have to reach out to vendors, whether it's a supplier or manufacturer, I always have to ask like, hey, are you testing on animals? What is your certification? Because we are Leaping Bunny certified. We need this kind of hi from Toronto. Hey, Miriam. Okay. Nice to meet you. So it's really, really big. And the other main thing is because Leaping Bunny is part of Cruelty-Free International, no matter where you are in the world, as long as Cruelty-Free International is governing your country, if my product is available there, you can shop confidently when you see that little Leaping Bunny symbol in the back right there. So it's really important to me, especially because, like I said, I decided once we got our certification in 2020 to go ahead and just make the full leap to being vegan. So it is really important to me to have that extra level of confidence, because I feel it makes or extra level of oversight, because I feel like it gives you guys more confidence when you're shopping from somebody like me or my brand. So let's get started. I'm going to tell you about I'm like itchy. I'm going to tell you guys about the 7 universal shades that we have. All of these shades are available today for sale at 20% off. So normally these would be $15, and they're now, I believe it's like $12.20, I think, if you buy them during the live sale today. If you don't want to buy it today, of course, that's totally fine. I'm not insulted. Everybody has the reasons for why they buy, when they buy. We also do have sales going on our website. So if you go to kawaiigirlcosmetics.com, which is basically just my handle.com, then you'll see that we have, right now, because it is our 5th anniversary, we're having a $5 discount. So you can use a $5 code, which I'll go ahead and type in here for you guys. So, custom pin comment. Okay. KGC 5 to save $5 on www.kawaigirlcosmetics.com pin. All right. So if you're not able to shop today, which, you know, it's up to you, it's what you have to do, then you can go on our site, and from now through January 31st, you can save $5 on any order, no minimums. We also just actually, hi, Hannah, nice to see you. So we actually just, thank you. We just, what's I going to say? We just got Afterpay. So we've had other buy now, pay laters. Oh, you don't know how to put on lashes? Okay, well, I don't have my lash glue in front of me, but it's super, super easy. And I definitely make sure that the next time I do a live, I will demo how to do lashes again, because it is something that a lot of people feel is very intimidating, but it's not. And once you do it, like, I put them on like less than 5 minutes. I don't even care. I'm doing other stuff while I'm waiting for the glue to dry, and it comes on like that. So what was I going to say? Oh, so we just got Afterpay now. So we've had a couple of other different buy now, pay later options. We have Shop Pay as well as Affirm, but Afterpay is actually fantastic because of the fact that there's no minimum. So like with Affirm, usually you have to spend at least $50 to be able to buy now, pay later. With Afterpay, you could literally buy one powder at $15, and it's going to split it up into 4 separate payments and no interest. So it's just a great way if you're just like FOMO, don't have FOMO anymore, just use Afterpay. So with our universals, these are shades across the different boroughs of our collection. And they're really just so cute, super easy to put on, look great in every skin tone. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these in order just so it's easier for me. Oh no. Did I not? Okay, I did. I thought I lost it. Okay, so you have a story, blah, blah, blah. This is Queensbridge. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. This is Union Square. Nope. This is LES. Union Square. Union Hill. Bed-Stuy. Great. And okay, and that's over there. Okay. All right. So let's get started. Let's start in Queens. With Queens, we have Astoria. So if you guys are not familiar, Astoria is an amazing neighborhood in Queens. It's like literally right across from Manhattan. It's one of the first stops on the N train also too. Anyway, so Astoria is a shade that when you look at it in the jar, it looks white. So for a lot of people, that can be off-putting, especially if you're a darker skin tone like myself. Thank you, Parvy. It's very nice. Thank you. Thank you. So, for a lot of people, especially darker skin tones, seeing something that looks white in the jar can be a little intimidating when you're like, I don't know about that. But this is one that, as I mentioned, that, I'm sorry for the noise, as I mentioned, that it applies iridescent green. So it's actually something that's really, really pretty, and it works on your eyes. You can use it as a highlight. It's just a really, really great product. So I'm going to wear it as a highlight. So I'm going to take this brush, which is double-sided, but I'm going to use this side. First, I'm going to do a quick swatch for you guys, and I should have brought makeup remover, but whatever. Okay. So, and you can kind of see here, it's actually more like a greenish once you're actually playing with it. So I'm going to go ahead and just use a little, and I'm like not even kidding you guys. These pigments that we have are actually really, really richly pigmented. Thank you. Thank you. This is like an Amazon find. I don't even know what the brand was. I found it and I got it. These are really richly pigmented. So a little goes a long way. Now, if you're the type that you love having big bold, then you're gonna love it. If you're somebody who's more like me, who have more understated with my makeup, then a little goes a long way. Do not forget that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it in here because, so as you can see, and I put on a lot. That was a lot. But as you can see, this is way too much than I would normally wear on a normal day. But I have worn this as a highlight. So that is Astoria as a highlight. And then I'm going to go ahead and just swatch it for you guys as well. so you can kind of just see how it looks when it's actually just like quickly swatched. So that's Astoria right there. You know, it's a great color. You could also use, like I said, on your eyes. You could do it as an under eye liner, which I've definitely done. You could probably do it as a lip topper too, if that's your thing. There's just so many options that you can do with these powders. And that's really one of the main reasons why I wanted to do something that was loose, just kind of giving people the freedom to do what they want to do with their makeup, rather than making it feel like there's only one way. Because I'm not a fan of that. And that's kind of something that I feel often happens with beauty on social media, is that it gives the impression there's only one way to wear your makeup. And if you're not doing like intense contour and cut creases and this and the third, then you're not somehow wearing makeup properly. And the irony of that is, like, having worked in the fashion industry for years and having covered, you know, New York Fashion Week, Bridal Fashion Week, I can tell you 99% of the time, the things you're seeing on social media as the way to do makeup, professional makeup artists don't do that. They will almost never do that. So, and like, unless it's a very editorial shoot, but like when you're talking about like runway, typically it's not. It's very much more like, let's make sure that the fashion is the focus. So it's very interesting. All right, we're going to keep going. So our next universal shade is Allerton, which is a gold shade. So Allerton is a neighborhood in the Bronx. Actually used to live very close to Allerton when I lived in the Bronx. And it's great. It's also right next to Bronx Park. So I'm just going to show you without spilling this. This is Allerton. So it's a really bold, warm gold color. And that's why I say, like, these are shades that, like, they're so good for so many different skin tones that they deserve to be considered a universal shade. So Allerton can also be a highlight. Yes, Bed-Stuy is also one of our universals. So you're going to see that coming up soon. That one is definitely a little bit more glittery than the other ones, but it's definitely one, again, that's something also where, when, like I mentioned, these are colors that when people are placing orders, whether they're wholesale or whether they're retail or consumer, these colors are consistently being pulled. So it's definitely like these are great options for anybody. If you're like, I don't know where to begin, start here with the universals. And so you'll see, we updated our website yesterday / this morning, and you'll see that we now have a segment under the New York powders called the universals. So you can go ahead and do that. All right, so I'm going to also, okay, good, I got my thing. I'm going to also do a highlight with Allerton so you guys can see. And like I said, this is a really warm gold. Again, a little goes a long way. As you saw from the other side when I did it, and it was like way too much for me, way too much. So I'm going to show you Allerton. And I really should have brought a mirror here today, but it is what it is. All right, so there, I'm going to put a little bit more because I was a little too sparing. But you see, like, that's definitely like a lot of shimmer, a lot of shine. I should go here too. Put a little there. Yeah, there we go. Yes, it does not emphasize texture. I mean, it's definitely something, like, we all have texture. Texture is normal. People are not walking around photoshopped all day and filtered to the heavens. But at the same time, it is true. There are some products that you can use that actually accentuates things you might not want. Like right now, I'm definitely dealing with like a breakout. I have a breakout on my nose, a breakout over here. I don't know why, because normally I don't deal with acne, but it's like I'm getting it for the moment. So it's definitely good to have something that doesn't make that worse, or look worse, I should say. So this is Allerton. This is Astoria. Okay, so now Bed-Stuy, which is the color that we did a drop with on our very first live back in October. Bed-Stuy is located in Brooklyn. And, well, it used to be a rougher neighborhood and is now very much gentrified. But Bed-Stuy is like an amazing, amazing color. This is the champagne shade that everybody talks about. And like I said, this, I'll just show you from the cap. So the color is very, very like pink champagne. It looks amazing on pretty much every skin tone. Okay, there we go. I am going to put this on my eye, one of them at least. How's this eye shading? This looks so stiff, jeez. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna put it on my eye, or one of them, because I think the other one I'm gonna do Union Square. Okay. Yes, all products in Dr. New York neighborhood. So the way that we do our collections with Kawaii Girl Cosmetics is that every collection is named after a city. And since I'm the founder, it's a city that's important to me. So the first collection we ever released was the Tokyo collection, and we called it that because I do a lot of business in Tokyo, even outside of the makeup world. My professional background is as a marketing consultant. I worked with a lot of Japanese artists to help bring them both indie and major label into the US market specifically, but also the Americas. These brushes are the Luxie, I think the company is called Luxie. And so they have face brushes. This is Luxie like that. So they have face brushes. They had I forget what this one was. Not this one. This one is part of the smoky eye set. Then they have the face ones here. And then they have this one, which I'm missing the little thing that said what it was. But it was basically like a dual-ended blush brush. So what was I saying? Yes. So every collection is named after a city. And then the individual items, it's like this one blue hair is right on my lash. The individual items are named after districts across the city. So for example, our first collection was Tokyo, and it was just eyelashes. So I'll show you right now because I have them here. And they're not on sale here, but you can go on our website and check them out. So originally it was 10 different lash styles. We then pared it down to 4 when we decided to go become Leaping Bunny certified, just because some of them were mink, some of them were human hair. So we were just like, let's get rid of anything that is animal related and just focus on the synthetics, or take our best sellers and turn them into synthetic versions. So we have here Odaiba, Tokyo, Shibuya, and Ebisu. So these are all locations. Yes, I am the owner to Kawaii Girl Cosmetics. So these are all real locations in Tokyo. If you were to take the JR East line, which is like one of their subway systems, or it's not really a subway, but it basically is, you would find all of these basically on the line. And so, for example, Odaiba, which is this one, is like one of the top ones that I have, and I named it that because I actually got married in Japan. I got married in Tokyo, and Odaiba was the island off of Tokyo where I got married. Odaiba is also where Tokyo Disney is located, in case anybody wants to go to Tokyo anytime soon. So we really do make sure, I really do put thought into how we create our products and how we name them. And so similarly, like I mentioned, for those who just came, the New York collection is a mix of color cosmetics and lashes. So the lashes, I would love to. I absolutely love to. So the lashes are named after the 5 boroughs. So we only have 5 lash styles, and now my husband is coming in with my daughter. So now you're gonna hear him while I'm trying to do my live. And my daughter. So anyway, the lashes are named after the 5 boroughs, and the individual color cosmetics are named after different districts across the 5 boroughs. So if you go on our website, you'll see that. I will definitely keep an eye out for that, because that would be very interesting. No, it is not. It's a wig, because I would never bleach my hair to dye it to this color. I love playing with color, but I like to protect my hair. I'm natural, so I'm like not trying to damage my hair. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so you'll see that if you go on our website, you'll see that we have the New York powders, and when you break down to the New York powders, you're also going to see that we break it down by borough. So you'll have like the New York powders, and there's Queens, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island. So right now, Manhattan and the Bronx have the most colors, and you'll see that as we continue to release colors this year, they're going to be more for the other boroughs, just because mainly, and I didn't show it to you guys, I'll show you really quickly. What we also have is called the boroughs, and the boroughs is where it's a collection that pairs the lash with colors from that borough. So I'll show you really quickly, just so you get a sense of what it looks like. So, for example, the boroughs we currently have available are the Bronx and Manhattan. So, like, this is the Bronx. So, these are 4 colors from the Bronx segment of the collection, plus the Bronx lash. And then we also have Manhattan. So, that's the Manhattan lash plus 5 colors from Manhattan. And this is just how we package our stuff. We really focus on cutesy and just the whole kawaii concept. So, you'll see, like, everything is very much, like, super cute. We really want it to be an experience for you. We don't have one for Brooklyn yet. Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island just don't have enough colors yet for us to be doing a set. So that's why we'll continue to release new colors throughout the year. And as we at least get to 4 colors, then we will release a burrow set for that burrow. Because otherwise it's just very awkward, right? So anyway, let me go back to, I don't even know what I was talking about. I am 39. I turned 39 in October. So I drink a lot of water. So let's talk about Bed-Stuy. So Bed-Stuy is a color that we released October of last year. We did a live drop here. It was our very first live event that we did. And it was really amazing. Everybody loved it. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, I'm 39 with a 3-year-old. Bed-Stuy, what was I gonna say? I'm gonna put Bed-Stuy on this side. And by the time this live is done, I'm gonna be looking really crazy because I have so many different colors going on, but that's fine. All right, so Bed-Stuy, I will say that it is more glittery. So some people might struggle a little bit if this is like your first, how to install your, wait, I missed it, but I'm so mad I forgot. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so you guys definitely, February 2nd, make a note that we're going to be doing a live drop for Queensbridge, which is the new shade. And we're doing that one because it's a red color, and it's just in time for Lunar New Year as well as for Valentine's Day. So it's currently available on our website, but we're not selling it today because we're doing the live drop next time. So I am going to put it on and show you just how like bold and glittery Bed-Stuy is. I'm gonna put a little bit more. Thank you. Yeah, I've been like, one of the things I love about having my own company and working for myself is that I can kind of do what I want. Because I used to work in corporate, and it's like, it's, you know, it's a steady paycheck, but you also have like less control, and you also often feels like you have to conform, and I hate conforming. So I love the fact that like I work for myself now, and I can do whatever I want. And if anybody has a question, has like feelings about like my hair or wearing big lashes or wearing big earrings, I'm like, that's your problem, not mine. Yeah, so we have very, very minimal fallout, like super minimal. So that is Bed-Stuy. And I'll swatch it really quickly for you guys as well. And I really should have brought makeup remover because I'm going to run out of arm space pretty soon, or hand space pretty soon, with 7 colors. But it is what it is. So this is Bed-Stuy, and that was Astoria. Okay, so let's go to Manhattan. So we've done 3. We have 4 more to test out. I'm just gonna, okay. All right, so LES is a Manhattan shade. The funny thing is, I was on the verge of actually phasing it out because I was like, we were getting some sales for it, but it really wasn't doing anything. And then all of a sudden it just like took off. And so now it's like, it's become a bestseller that people really, really love. So this is LES, and it's like a peachy, corally type of color. I'll show you. It's probably better to show you in here without spilling everywhere. So it's like a peachy color. Somebody got lashes. I know somebody did. So there's that. So LES is a color that I think it would be great as a highlight. It also would be great for an all over eye. It's just really simple, really easy. And again, I think it's one of those colors that honestly, I don't believe in saying like competition and comparing, but I think it could potentially be a dupe for like the NARS Orgasm, because it's a very warm, peachy color. So because I said that, let's try it as a blush. Oh my God, this thing is so hard to get out. Jeez. All right. This might be too big. All right, so let's do it as a blush. And this thing is like, oh my God. They have these things in there, and it's like really hard to get them out. All right. So I have a blush brush, and we are going to, I'm going to put it on this side. Going to do LES. So normally I'm honestly more of like an orange person when it comes to blushes, but I do love like a good classic peach as well. So I think this could be a great one. And the fact is, it also has like gold flecks in it, so it can double as a blush and a bronzer. So that's kind of where it reminds me a lot of the NARS Orgasm, which I used to be obsessed with Oh, awesome. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing I love about this. I also already have blush on, so you may or may not see this very well because I was wearing the Morphe blush. But yeah, so this is very, very bold. Like, I'm definitely getting a lot of gold, which is nice. So now you probably can't see the Astoria anymore because I kind of covered it up. But I think that's actually really pretty. This might have to be a new option for me. So, all right. Yeah, right? Like, that's actually pretty awesome. So I'm a fan. That's LES. And LES is short for Lower East Side. It literally is the Lower East Side of Manhattan. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch this for you so you can, oop, that's a bit too much. You can see what LES looks like as a full swatch. So this is LES. Oh, awesome. Yes, you're going to love LES, Greta. It's such a good shade. And I think, again, like I said, there's a reason these are universals because I'm a deeper skin tone. It still looked really good on me. It's going to be a little bit rosier for people that have lighter skin than me. But it's such a great color. And the thing is, you get so much product. Like, we give you, like, look at how large this is compared to my hand. So you get a lot of product. We do not skimp, because we really want you to have something that's multifunctional and versatile. So, you know, it's so important. Yes, I've seen your reviews on the Bronx. I loved it. I like the one where you were like, I'm in my car and I just put these lashes on. It was great. So now let's go to, we're still staying in Manhattan, but now we're on the Midtown East, which is like, you're actually close to Empire State Building, and you're not quite down by Union Square, which is further down, but it's a great, so this one is my go-to. So Murray Hill is my go-to color for my underbrow. That's honestly what I usually use it for, and I sometimes will also use it as a highlight, but I just love that it's like this really pretty pinky color. Yeah, the powders really stay on. I really worked hard to make sure that these had staying power because I don't want people to spend their money with something and that an hour later it's gone. Well, I've definitely had that happen even when I've been an influencer for brands and I've gotten product and it's like, if you don't use primer, this will not work. And I don't think that's cool because in an average day when I'm wearing makeup, I don't wear primer. I usually, or like eyeshadow primer, I usually save that for like when I'm doing special events and I know that I'm going to be out all day and I want something to last. But I feel like on an average day, if you're just like, oh, I'm just, you know, going out for an hour or two, I'm going to come back, you shouldn't have to use like heavy duty eyeshadow primer to make an eyeshadow pop and stay. So I really did focus on that when we made our products. So I'm going to attempt to do this without having the brush I normally would use to do this as my under eye, or not under eye, my underbrow. Oh my gosh, these things are annoying. This is terrible. If you guys ever think about making a makeup brand, don't do this. This is annoying. Okay. Because I'm like fighting that thing every 2 seconds. All right. So, I don't know if I showed you. Okay, so this is Murray Hill. So it's like a dusty mauve color. On me, it's definitely more low-key, but I love it as like an underbrow. I gotta get in here to do this because I don't have the right brush. And I didn't bring a mirror. Yeah, this is not the brush I would normally use. I normally have this like miniature fan brush from Morphe, and it's just so much better at applying the product exactly where I need it. So I feel like it didn't show as well as it could have when I did it this time, but we'll make it work. All right, so I'm just gonna have to deal with that for now because I don't have the right brush for this. This is definitely more of a smudge brush. So anyway, Murray Hill is fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it for you on what's left of space on my skin. And put a little bit more because I'm doing it from the lid. Okay, so this is Murray Hill. So if you're just joining, we have Murray Hill, Astoria, Bed-Stuy, and LES that we have done so far. I'm missing something. Oh, you know what? I never swatched Allerton for you guys. I just realized that. Let me swatch that. So I'm looking at 5 jars, but there's only 4 stripes on here. So I'm going to show you Allerton. And Allerton is the Bronx color, a Bronx color. All right, so let me go ahead and swatch Allerton. I'm just going to put it here. And so you can see it's a very, very bold gold color. So that's Allerton. And if you just joined us, it's our 5th anniversary for Kawaii Cosmetics. We have been around since January 2017. We are celebrating that by doing the live event today. Plus, if you go on our website, which is just kawaiigirlcosmetics.com, you can use the code KGC5, the number 5, and then you'll save $5 on any order, regardless of size. Or regardless of amount. There's no minimums, there's no exclusions. Everything on the site will qualify for that. Also, when you shop on Kawaii Cosmetics, if you are based in the US, I'm sorry, Canada, if you're based in the US and you spend $24 or more, you get free shipping. Also, we just released 3 new products today. We have Queensbridge, which I'll show you guys in a bit because nobody's seen it, or you saw it before, but you didn't see it on today's live. And we also have the new lashes, Staten Island, which I'm wearing, and don't mind my wonky lash because I didn't put it on properly. And then also Brooklyn, which I'll show you guys again in a bit when I get through everything. And then right now we are talking about the universals. And so the universals are 7 shades that we currently have available within the New York Powders collection, which is designed to really work on any skin tone. Our powders are designed to work on eyes, lips, face. So they're really multifunctional, very versatile, can be used however you want to use it with as much or as little as you like. You could use this under eye liner or full liner if you prefer. So it's really just something that, like, the world is your oyster. Go forth and have fun. So up next, we have Union Square. So I know that there are actually a lot of Union Squares across the country, but this is the Union Square for New York, which is between 17th and 14th Streets, as well as, thank you so much. Yes, we really do focus on durability and versatility. So for example, our lashes can be worn up to 20 times the proper wear. So when you think about the fact that they cost $18, when you actually do the math, that comes out to like less than $1 a wear. So it really is good. And with the $15, like, again, look at how much product that you're actually getting. Look at how big this is. And we really do fill it up, like, practically to the top. So you get, like, a lot of product. So Union Square is, like, honestly one of my favorite areas to hang out in. It's a little bit, is sometimes touristy. It's less touristy. It's also less fast-paced than Uptown. So it's definitely... it's a lot of products. We really do, like, load up the product because we really just want people to walk away being like, wow, this is fantastic. I need to get more from this brand. So Union Square is a kind of like a rose / or like there's some orangey gold undertones in it. It's a very different color. It's kind of hard to explain. So I'm just going to, like, show you and then you guys can decide for yourself. So I'm just cleaning this brush off again because I'm going to use this one I'm going to put it on this side. So I'm just going to tap a bit. So on me, it definitely shows up a little bit more peachy. I think on darker skin tones, or lighter skin tones, it might show up more pinkish. So just to be honest, like, sometimes that does impact how something will look on you. But regardless, you still get strong pigmentation, which is something that's really important to me. So I'm going to put it on this side. Oh my gosh, it's glare at my iPhone. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah. I mean, obviously I wouldn't actually walk around like this because I put this way too high, but I also can't see what I'm doing because I don't have a mirror. So there's that. But I think this is just such a great color. So you can see a little bit closer. Like, it's definitely more peachy as compared to, like, the pink champagne for the Pred Style. Oh yeah, like, I'm obsessed. This is like the second wig I've done like this, and I have another one that I'm probably gonna get to this weekend. So this one, double dyed it because I originally did it. It was like hot pink, and then it went into this color, and then it went into that, and then I hated the hot pink because it just didn't match. It didn't make sense, and it just looked too, like, harsh. Plus, I made some mistakes because I didn't do it right the way I did the other one. So I went back in literally yesterday and just covered the top. That was the hot pink, and so it actually worked out because now it looks more like natural roots. It looks better. So that's the story on that. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch Union Square for you guys. I'll just use my finger. What am I doing? I'll just use my finger to do that. So you guys can see how it looks. And at the end, I'm probably going to do like actually nice swatches because I have like my stencil over here. It's just I'm kind of like in the moment. So this is can you see that? Okay, this is Union Square right here. I don't know, can you see? I'm like trying to turn my arm. Okay, so that's Union Square. So if you're still joining us, Union Square, Allerton, Murray Hill, Astoria, Bed-Stuy, and LES. Does that make sense? Yes, okay. So that was Union Square. So we are done with Manhattan, and the last shade is the Bronx. It's a Bronx shade, I should say. And it's actually like the neighborhood I used to live in for like the last like 6 years that I lived in the Bronx. Because the first 4 years I lived in the Bronx, I lived in Eastchester, and it was like so far from the train. I had to walk like 10 minutes every day, which doesn't seem like a big deal in theory, but it's like the Bronx is actually quite residential. So if you have to like walk home and at night, like late night, it's like desolate, like super desolate. Like it's not like Manhattan. Like the outer boroughs are nothing like Manhattan like that. Like they're very much like when it's nighttime and it's like 10 p.m., it's like nobody on the streets. So late night walking around when you have to walk like 10 minutes through like houses and stuff like that, and it just would be like I'd be coming home at like 12 in the morning and having to do that because at that time I was like working as like a promo model and stuff. So it was very interesting. All right, so Williamsbridge is definitely one of my favorite colors. It's a super bold copper. I don't know where this hair came from. Ew. It's a super bold copper shade, and it's just like it's amazing. This is one that I normally always use as a highlight because I feel like it's better for my warmer skin tone. Like I do like pinks and golds, but those are like pretty standard. Whereas I feel that the copper color for my skin tone in particular is amazing as a highlight. And I also usually use it on my nose and as the lip, you know, highlight as well. So I'm gonna do that. Let me clean this off. All right, it's clean enough. All right, so we're gonna do again. A little goes a long way. So let's see if I can do this without like going crazy. All right, put a little bit more because I can see it, but the Allerton is under it, so it's kind of hard to see. All right, and I'm going to put it on my nose. Do I want to use this big one? I don't know. Oh, yep, he's the other side. Okay. So, that's way too much. All right, let me just do it like this. Ooh, okay. So I don't want to put too much, and then I look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. All right, so we're gonna do on the nose. Yeah. And I'm also going to do on the lip, but this is definitely not the right brush for this, and I know that, but whatever. Okay, so that's Williamsbridge, and I'm going to swatch that for you guys. This is like literally my favorite, like one of my favorite colors. So that's it right there. Super bold coppery shade, which looks amazing on. I highly recommend, like, again, I understand that for some people, when you come on our website and you see all these powders, it can seem a little overwhelming. So that's why we created the universals. Was just like, start here. These are ones that they're universal. You can use them in so many different ways. And you can also, they tend to be a little bit more understated than some of our other colors like Kingsbridge, which is a bold blue, or Bronx Park, which is a bold purple, where you might feel like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. So Queensbridge. Williamsbridge is definitely a good option. So I'm going to quickly do a nicer swatch of this on my wrist for you guys, so you can actually see how okay. You can see how it looks on, and I have scissors, and yeah, I think you guys are really gonna love it. So in terms of what's coming up next for Kawaii Girl? We are going to continue to bring out more colors for the New York powders, but this year we are also focusing on launching 3 new collections. So we want to launch Seoul, Indianapolis, and San Francisco. So Seoul is going to be skincare, and we are currently doing R&D in South Korea, and I'm hoping I went last year actually on business to go start doing some stuff there. I have to go back, honestly. I'm just kind of hoping that I can somehow get around the quarantine, because I did the quarantining there last year, and it was 2 weeks in a hotel room by myself. I actually didn't mind it, but I don't really have that kind of time anymore to be doing that. So I definitely want to see, I'm hoping that we don't have any more crazy extreme variants that come out. And I'm hoping that I can get the exemption, because they definitely make it very hard for small businesses to get an exemption. So we'll see what happens. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to swatch these. Okay, so Indianapolis is my hometown. I was born and raised there. And Indianapolis is going to be makeup brushes. So that's going to be mainly items that are meant to work specifically with our colors, our powders, obviously. So if you want to use them as a highlight, if you want to use them for your eyes, you want to use it as like a liner, that's really going to be more initially what the initial launch focus is going to be about. And then San Francisco is another city that I love. I spent a lot of time there when we're not in the middle of a pandemic. And I love it because it's so vibrant. And if I was to ever move to the West Coast, either San Francisco or Seattle is going to be like where it's going to be for me. So that's going to be blush. And we'll probably will also bring out some lashes to go complement San Francisco, just because it kind of makes sense anytime we do a color collection to also have those lashes, just because we kind of started that and we want to keep going with it. So that's what we have in store for 2022. No dates yet on any of that because we're still working on everything and just seeing how things are going to align. But yeah, exactly. So we have blushes, brushes, lashes, glitter. And for the skincare, we're also going to be focusing on makeup remover as well as a primer. So for me, I'm a really, really big believer in skincare. If makeup is art, then your face is the palette, or is the canvas, and it has to be prepped. Like, obviously there's some people, you're gonna have certain skin conditions that you can't always control, but a lot of times people make skin problems happen because they don't take care of their skin. So for me, I found that when I turned 30, so I got married when I was 31. When I turned 30, it felt like my skin, yeah. So it felt like my skin literally just changed overnight. And I had to really change how I was doing my skincare. I couldn't just do the one and done. So I've really become very, very focused on, yes, thank you. We are manifesting over here. I'm manifesting very, very hard. I'm manifesting that people do the right thing so we can be done with this pandemic at least, or at least make it become the flu. So I really focus on skincare, and I really embraced a lot of the Korean concepts of skincare, multi-stepping and really just taking time and being intentional. Like, obviously in the morning, you don't have that kind of time always to do that. But at night, one, it's a little bit of self-care, but also you can really just get in there and work on your skin and really bring out the best in it. So for me, it's like skincare is such a natural progression. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Skincare is such a natural progression, and it is something that I've been passionate about for years, obviously. And I've worked also with a lot of skincare brands as an influencer. So it's definitely something that for me is just such an important concept that I would want to continue. And I've had people ask, like, for example, well, when are you going to get into foundations and like concealers? And I absolutely want to. I just feel like right now, because we're small and because we're really focusing on building our brand and credibility with our audience and with you guys, it's so important that when we make that leap into, is this in order? No, it is not. I'm sorry, you guys. Give me a second. Okay. When we make that leap into foundations and like skin tone makeup, that it has to be right. Also, because just for myself, I know like nothing annoys me more than when I go, to look at a brand for foundation and either they don't make darker skin tones or I'm the darkest skin tone they offer. And it's like, I am clearly a brown skinned woman, but I'm not the darkest person in the room. So if you're not going to make it where there's real coverage, then you should probably not be doing it. So for me, until we're ready to really make a big, a bigger collection that's going to support more skin tones, that's so important to me. And I'm not ready to shift into that just yet. But it is a goal in the long term to make happen. So I have 3 more swatches I need to do before I'm done here. I feel like I'm making a mess over here. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm really loving the mermaid hair. Like, this is like my go-to sometimes when I'm just like, I want to play with color. Like this, I did something similar like this when I went to Mexico with my husband, like back in September. And it was just fantastic. I loved it. Except I probably should have put my hair up more when I was in the pool because the chlorine definitely pulled the color out really quickly. All right. Okay, so we have 2 more colors, and then we're going to quickly talk about Queensbridge, and then that's pretty much going to be it for today. So again, if you're just joining, we are celebrating our 5th anniversary as Kawaii Cosmetics. We are doing a live sale today. Everything that you see down below is available at 20% off. If you decide not to shop today, totally cool. You could always go on our website, kawaiicosmetics.com, and shop there. We now offer Afterpay with no minimums, so you can buy now, pay later, with 4 easy installments. So even if you literally just bought like a $15 New York powder, because these are cost $15, then you can split that up, and I think it comes out to like $3 and some cents, or $4 and some, no, $3 and some, I think like $3.75, I'm not sure, for the entire thing. So it's definitely like very, very easy now to shop with us. We also offer Route, which is a platform that gives you insurance on your package just in case, God forbid, something happens, like because we know that USPS is not always reliable. So you can have that protection to get your money back, God forbid. I mean, we'll still send you something anyway because we want you to have confidence with us, but if that was to happen, you could use that. So I think I'm done here. Okay, yeah. So we just put on the last one, which is Williamsbridge. And now for the big reveal. All right. Let me just put this down really quickly. Sorry, guys. To clean these off later. All right. So, I hate when I do this. Oh my God, this is going to be annoying. Okay. So these are, and I move one. Oh, okay. Well, we'll get there. These are the universals. We have, I'm trying to think how I can show this to you guys. Okay, let me see. There we go. We have the universals. So we have Astoria, Allerton, Bed-Stuy, LES, Murray Hill, Union Square, and Williamsbridge. So those are the 7 colors that really, no matter what your skin tone, they're going to be a great starter option for you because you can use them in so many different ways. Some of our other colors, like for example, Queensbridge, which I'm about to show you in a minute, or St. George, or even Hell's Kitchen and Meatpacking District, are all ones that they're very, very bold colors to the point where it might not make sense as a highlighter for everybody unless you're really going for a very editorial look. These colors, though, are really designed, which is also here, are really designed just to work and to be simple, and you don't have to think about it. You can just put it on and go. And I never did it as an under eye, which I should have done. So, I'm going to do Astoria as an under eye just to show you, because this is one that I actually love to wear as one of my under eyes. So, oh my God. Put this on really quickly. Then I'm going to show you Queensbridge, and then that would pretty much be it for today, guys. And I mean, I would love to do like more lives this month. I don't know if that's going to happen just because it's kind of hard. Sometimes like I have to plan with my husband to watch my daughter so that she's not running back and forth and stuff like that. So it kind of gets a little hard. All right, so I'm going to put this in. Put a little bit more. Yeah, I definitely should have brought my mirror today because I'm not doing this as precisely as I could be because I'm trying to like look in the screen. Yeah, Astoria is one of my favorites. It's actually one of the very first powders I made when we were creating this collection. Not all of these are from the original launch. I think most of them are. I'm trying to think. Definitely not Bed-Stuy, and definitely, yeah, I think Bed-Stuy was the only one that's not. Yeah, because the rest of these, oh no, LES was not. LES is a later edition. Yeah. So we definitely have a lot. All right. So I'm going to show you Queensbridge. Now you guys helped me name Queensbridge last month. As you know, all of our powders are named after, from the New York collection, are named after districts or neighborhoods in the 5 boroughs of New York. So I came to you guys last month and basically asked you to help me create a name for the new shade. So the new shade I wanted to do as a nod to 90s hip hop. And so the options were either Park Hill or Queensbridge. So if you're not familiar with 90s New York hip hop, Park Hill is the home of Wu-Tang Clan, and Queensbridge is the home of Nas, or where he, you know, his birthplace, whatever. So you guys picked Queensbridge, and Queensbridge is a very, very bold red shade. So I'm going to quickly swatch this for you guys. I have my swatch, which has now disappeared. I don't even know. Because I don't want to have to cut this. Where did this go? There we go. All right, so Queensbridge is a bold shade, and I specifically wanted something that was kind of themed around a holiday that was coming up. So that's why I picked a red shade. So this is going to be great for both Lunar New Year and for Valentine's Day. So our Lunar New Year actually starts on February 1st this year, I believe. We're doing our live event for Queensbridge drop on February 2nd. I haven't set the date yet or the time yet, but that's basically it. Like, I literally have samples that have to go out soon for your guys' drop. So obviously Valentine's Day is the 14th. So you have this product which is perfect for these two holidays, that both of them, one of the main colors is red. So it's a great color. It's definitely not one that lends itself to be a highlighter because it is red, but it's great for eyes. It's great, you know, if you want to use it on the lips. You can do the eyebrow. That whole challenge is happening right now where people are doing like eyebrows, eyelashes, everything that's like one color. It's pretty interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly swatch this. And the other thing I love is that even though these are powders, they're not, you know, pressed colors, they're actually really creamy. They're really easy to blend, and it's not like rough on your skin. Because something else I really dislike is when you pick a product and you go to use it and you feel like you have to like really like rub it in to make it work. I hate that. So that's something that you don't have to worry about with the New York powders. So, okay. Let me put this back. All right, and show you Queensbridge. So this is Queensbridge. Very pretty, very like, it's not as super glittery. Hi, nice to see you. I hate that we're just about to end pretty soon, but good to see you, Gabidi. What was I going to say? So yeah, this is like a really, it's not as super shimmery as, say, for example, Bed-Stuy, but at the same time, it's very, very bold. So I think this is a great color for people. If you've ever wanted to pick something quite so bold, I used to do like red under eye liner all the time, and I always do that with this one. I love it a lot. Thank you. Yeah, it's a really pretty color. So it is currently available on our website. It is not currently available as part of today's live sale. Again, everything on our live sale today was 20% off. So that included all 5 of our New York lashes, which I'll show you again. I'm trying not to make a mess over here. So we have the Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Staten Island, and Queens. I'll quickly show those to you guys again for those of you who managed to come in at the end. Oh, thank you. Managed to come in at the end. So this is the Bronx, which is one of my favorites. This is Manhattan, which is a good low-key lash for people who don't want anything too big. Oh my, hold on. Thankfully, this was closed. Then we have Brooklyn. And Brooklyn is slightly bigger than Manhattan, so I'll show them together so you can see. They're like, Brooklyn and Manhattan are definitely more. So Manhattan's on the top, so you could see the difference between them. They look similar, but Manhattan is, yes, these are in Canada too. So we sell to Canada, And we have no problem doing international shipping. It's definitely not a problem. And I do believe Afterpay will work for you in Canada as well. So definitely go check that out if you want to. Here's Staten Island. And, oh God, no, it's happened to me where I've had to clean up powder. I was so mad. So mad. And meanwhile, it's not like I can't replace it. I can, but I was just like, you kidding me? So I'm going to show you, this is Queens. Okay, so I'll show you Staten Island versus Queens versus the Bronx. So we have Staten Island in the bottom. Queens is in the middle. And here's the Bronx, which is going to be hard for me because I'm trying to see. Okay, so Staten Island in the bottom. Queens is in the middle, the Bronx is on the top. So as you can see, yeah, Manhattan is such a great lash. It's a really good, like, low-key lash. But so as you can see, these are the three most fluffiest ones. Queens definitely